Thesis topic is Hybrid Heritage Center at Wellington Island, Kochi. A hybrid heritage center which aims to develop a multi-heritage resource for the city and its people. On the other hand, it acts as a micro ecosystem for the tourist. By incorporating different functions within a mixed-use development, it actually helps to develop a framework to exhibit the rich heritage in a single frame. Why this topic? As we all know, India is rich in culture and heritage, but there is not a single platform to exhibit all these different heritages. It's an article about Indian heritage strength written by Lord Macclesfield addressed to the British Parliament on 2nd Feb 1835. It's written as, I have travelled across the length and breadth of India, and I have not seen one person who is a beggar, who is a thief. Such wealth I have seen in this country, such high moral values, people of such caliber, that I do not think we could ever conquer this country unless we break the very backbone of this nation, which is her spiritual and cultural heritage. In a nation with such an high heritage value, there is no platform to exhibit multiple heritages of our country. India has 29 states where each states have entirely different culture. How can we exhibit all heritage and culture in a single platform? Here, the thesis project names Hybrid Heritage Center, which means a center which acts as a single platform for multiple heritages. For this, first we need to know about what is heritage and what is hybrid. Heritage is anything which has been transmitted from the past or handed down by tradition, and hybrid means simply the mixture or combination of two or more different elements. Then we need to know how these heritage values convey to the people through architecture. Here there are 7 parameters, which is feelings, built mass and scale, opening ratio, light and shadow, circulation path, planning and enclosure. Now let's look into some case studies to study how architects convey the design intent to the people through architecture. The first one is Jewish Museum by Daniel Libeskind. Libeskind wanted to express feelings of absence, emptiness and invisibility. The second one is Bharat Bhavan by Charles Correa. He makes the visitor feel the emotions that the people felt during the tragedy: helplessness, confusion, claustrophobia and shock amongst others. The third one is Virasati Khalsa by Moshe Safdie. It's a narrative museum that endeavors to tell a story that is deeply spiritual and filled with stirring emotion. The fourth one is Jawar Kala Kendra by Charles Correa. The center was launched by the state government to provide space to the culture and spiritual values of India and display the rich craft heritage. The fifth one is Kala Academy by Charles Correa. Its importance to the process of moving through the spaces in a building. The Goa Kala Academy established for promotion of art and culture in Goa. The last one is Museum of Islamic Art. The Museum of Islamic Art is dedicated to reflecting the full vitality, complexity and diversity of the arts of the Islamic world. Planning, materials, massing, enclosure, light and shadow patterns, circulation, built mass, scale, water body, openings, colors are the parameters these architects use to convey these feelings. Introduction to thesis topic. First one is Project Feasibility Study. Kochi is home to year-round cultural events, tourist center, host to Kochi Musris Binale, rich cultural heritage spanning across decades. But there is no cultural institution disseminating knowledge on the same. Lack of ownership among local populations about heritage, lack of institutions providing information to tourists, lack of supporting infrastructure for events. This leads to the importance of hybrid heritage center. The aim of the project is to create a hub in the heritage-rich city for the preservation and spreading of knowledge regarding the various historical and modern heritage of Kochi, incorporates multiple functions which act as a resource for tourism and local utilization. Research question: how to create spaces which make a sense of place for all the immigrant and local communities as well as for the tourist, and how to incorporate multiple functions in a single frame which act as a resource for tourism and local utilization. Kerala. Kerala, a land of cultural diversity, is made up of various religions, communities, regional cultures, and language variations. Kerala culture can be compared to a chain made of different colored beads, and the thread through which the beads are strung is a Malayalam language. Why Cochin? The city of Cochin, well known for its rich heritage and culture, has been influenced by various cultures and nationalities, leaving their impressions in the field of architecture, arts, crafts, culture, and heritage institutions. Why Wellington? The current scenario of Kochi city is the tourism of whole Cochin city is focused on Fort Kochi and Mattancherry area, where all the historical buildings and communities are mainly concentrated in this area. Wellington Island has the potential to become the gateway for these historical sites, as well as it has the ability to spread out the current potential to the heart of the Kochi city. The current condition of Wellington Island. Unused wharves and godowns proposed by porters to convert into a storage area. Declined residential quarters. These areas proposed for logistic parks. Unused industrial site. Future proposal for area of storage tankers. Abandoned area which has the potential to be the gateway of Fort Kochi and Mattancherry. The current situation of the area is half dry and half wetland, where some heavy vehicles are used to park here. SWOT analysis. Here we look into the strength, weakness, opportunity and threat of the site. Strength of the site. Visibility from the Kochi-Panvel highway, easily accessible from the central Kochi. The longer side of the site has view to the water body, which helps in design stage to provide interesting vistas to attract people. The site is situated in the junction, easily accessible from the Wellington Island and Fort Kochi. Then the proposed site is disconnected from the city bus. Weakness of the site. The site has aerodrome vicinity, maximum height 12-meter height. The view from one side of the site is blocked. The canal need to be cleaned up. The north side of the site will face the hustle and bustle of the road junction. The irregular shape of the site breaks the continuity. The corner portion of the site has a temporary structure which should be removed. Opportunity of the site. Sea-facing edge will give us the opportunity to play with the different views. Easily connected to the nearby heritage sites, the canal edge can be used as an element in the design for recreation purpose. The well-maintained walkway in the river edge can be incorporated in the design. Highly fertile soil trees can be planted inside according to the design, which act as a buffer zone as well as the shading element. Threat of the site. Nearby Kochi-Panvel highway and old NS road became heavy traffic zones in future. Comparatively busy traffic junction at the nearest point of the site. Coastal soil profile requires deeper foundation. Height restrictions to the building, and major portions of the land is overgrown with shops and greenery which are occasionally cleared up. These are the initial zonings with respect to the site conditions. Site study and analysis. The site has gradual slope from southeast towards northeast, which ended up in a canal. Major portions of the land is overgreen with shrubs and greenery. On the other side, vegetation layer act as a buffer zone. As the site is surrounded by major roads, entry and exit points become crucial and it will be affect the current traffic pattern. Front side of the site will get the maximum view. The north side of the site has view from the old NS road. The three side of the site has the ability to become the entry points, and vegetation layer of the canal side act as a barrier which restrict the unauthorized entry. Site is well defined by the road on the three side and canal on the fourth side. Design strategies and objectives. Waterfront development to attract and invite the local as well as for the visitors. Public realm as a generator which gives a feeling of placemaking. Flexible design spaces to accommodate multiple functions based on the priority and situation. Incorporating the local street culture which can access by the public at any time. Usage of site levels to make different experiences. child-friendly public space where they can use the public spaces anytime. Highlighting the character of the city, which is the mix of all elements which can be done through clustered organization in planning level. Create squares and parks as multi-use destination where one can easily accessible. Maximize the use of natural elements. Views and vistas plays an important role. Figure 1 shows that the arrangement of building gives view only from one side of the building to the water edge. Figure 2 shows this arrangement of the building gives view from two sides of the building to the water edge. By the end of all these analysis from the site, this is the final zoning and site plan. The site plan includes entrance plaza, library and research center, art gallery, exhibition and craft center, restaurant and open kitchen, amphitheater, open air theater or moonlight theater, parking space, waterfront recreation spaces, indoor play space and landscaped areas. The first one is library and research center. It's mainly for students to revive the old educational system. Then the second one is art gallery. This is to exhibit and promote the artistic nature of individuals. The third one is exhibition and craft center. This helps to study the cultural crafts for the new generation through the guidance from experts in each field. The fourth one is open air theater, which is a flexible space where one can study art forms at the daytime, and this space will act as a moonlight theater or a drama stage at night. This resembles the old stage shows. The fifth one is restaurant and open kitchen. It represents the street culture of society, which can access by the public at any time. This plan shows the vehicular and pedestrian paths within the site and the detailed sections of different pedestrian paths. Here are the landscape plan and details, which shows the natural and man-made elements of landscape. It is 12 by 12 meter grid and the structure is made up of concrete, glass and steel. The concrete blocks are placed in such a way that the two blocks are separated by 12 mm fixed glass. The fixed glass in between the concrete wall captures the sunlight into the room. The vision through the glass in between the concrete walls gives a security feeling rather than a closed mass. From the circular opening in the concrete block, hot air will escape through the high outlet openings and the cool air is sucked into the building through the low inlet openings. Detailed plan and section of library and research center. Detailed plan and sections of art gallery block. Special topic. Special topic is waterfront recreation. Recreation is an important part of Kerala lifestyle and culture, and this waterfront recreation is a vibrant multi-use area for active and passive enjoyment for local residents and visitors alike. Waterfront is to accommodate a multitude of uses and interests. Recreation, river access, transportation, events and scenic values among others. It is dedicated to light industrial and commercial business also. Thank you.